Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm taking Mayo out to a dressage clinic again and I'm going to vlog it. I quite enjoy filming these trips. It's quite nice, like, for me as well, to sort of have the video to like look back on and sort of refer back to in a few months time when like our training has hopefully progressed a little bit more. I like to sort of go back and like look at where we were versus like where we are now, if that makes sense. That's really corny. But yeah, I just really enjoy bringing the camera and filming it and doing a little voiceover and just sort of explaining what we're up to, because I'm like by no means a professional, but I wouldn't say I'm like a massive amateur. Like, I'd sort of say I'm like a middle rider, if that makes sense. And I just quite like being like quite real with you guys, like explaining like my struggles that I'm having with him at the moment, things that I'm sort of learning, tips and tricks that I'm picking up along the way to hopefully sort of pass on to you guys, and you guys can sort of take from it what you want. But other than that, I just enjoy it. So yeah, come with me to take Mayo to a dressage clinic. He has been so bloody sharp recently. Honestly, I know I keep saying this in all of my like content, my videos and everything, but he's literally so sharp. I don't really know what to do about it. We've ordered another calmer to try, but I honestly don't know what to do with him. Like, he's working pretty hard. I know obviously his fitness is increasing with that as well, but a guy's been coming in to jump him sort of once every couple of weeks, which he's like never done before. So that in itself should be like proper brain stimulation. He goes out in the field pretty much every day. He goes on the horse walker. I give him like a variety of work, and he's still so fresh. I think it is just his age. Like, he's 7 this year, but obviously he was like a late starter, so he's more like 6, which is properly teenage sort of era, isn't it? So I think I just need to accept that teenage era and spring grass equals a really fresh Mayo. Like, he's so fresh. He's so fresh. So hopefully he's a good boy. I'm not too sure what I'm going to work on. I actually got a flying change out of him yesterday randomly. I just asked and I got one, so that was cool. But yeah, hopefully he's a good boy. I've got to go to the yard and do some work this morning, and then I think my lesson's at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I finished work at 1, so I will pick up the camera. I probably won't get a chance to film anything at work today, but I'll pick up the camera and film my lesson, and hopefully you guys enjoy coming along with me. Hello guys, so I thought I would do another voiceover for our clinic in this video. So we started off by just trying to get Mayo to sort of reach out into the contact a little bit more. If you're familiar with sort of Mayo and my riding journey with him, he does tend to go a little bit behind the vertical and get a little bit tight in his neck. He's naturally got quite a short neck, or maybe even a slightly longer body. So naturally this is something he struggles with anyway. So yeah, we just started off by really sort of trying to get his poll up, really trying to get him to sort of lift out through his neck and push from behind to meet that contact in front, and he was feeling good. He was feeling pretty good. And then I think in a minute we ask for a walk to canter transition, and these are fairly new for me. I haven't done a huge amount of these. His canter transitions have also been a little bit of a weak spot for him, so I was really proud of him for actually picking up that right lead the first time. So then we picked up the canter and we went with the right rein first, just because the right rein is his better rein, his stronger rein. So I always like to sort of go with the easier side first, just to sort of ease them into it, ask the questions, get them a little bit more supple, get them used to the questions I'm asking, and then move on to the harder rein. So in the canter, we really tried to sort of start bringing him back and getting more of a bouncy sort of thinking towards on the spot canter, just a bit more of a collected canter. And I was really pleased with how he took this. He was really good. And once we got that sort of bounciness in the canter, we then started asking for a little bit of shoulder in, a little bit of shoulder fore feeling down the long side. And this is just to get him really supple, moving through his body and get him more into the contact as well. So once we got the shoulder in, shoulder fore feeling, I also then started asking for a little bit of travers. So that's when you just bring the quarters in ever so slightly and maintain that bend. And again, I was really, really pleased with him. This isn't something that I work on a huge amount at home, the travert. I don't know why. I just never really go to use it as a movement, so I think that's definitely my homework. But yeah, just using the sort of the changes of bend and everything just to get him supple, to get him working through his body while still trying to keep the canter collected. And at this point he was feeling super. I was really, really pleased with him. So we then started adding in a few turns, a few changes of rein, and I rode that line sort of slightly thinking towards a half pass type feeling. And again, this is all very baby for him, all very new. So I just thought ever so slightly sort of travert on that line. And again, he had a go at it. He didn't say no, so I was really pleased with that. And then it was time to do a little bit of counter canter. And I've always said this is Mayo's party piece. He's picked up the counter canter so easily. He's always felt so balanced. And we were using the counter canter again to really sort of try and bring him back, try and get that balance. And my trainer was saying to me to sort of start thinking about getting a canter that we can hopefully soon start asking for a change from. And I know at the start of my video, I told you guys that I got a change out of him the other day, but this is more of the preparation to really try and get a fluent, correct, good flying change. So yeah, he was feeling super, and again, he's much stronger through his body on the right rein, so the right canter lead, than he is the left. So the left canter lead on the right rein was a little bit more tricky, but I think he also started to get quite tired at this point as well. It does sort of take it out of them, doesn't it? Especially when they're a bit younger as well. So sort of now he was starting to die a little bit on me. Still had a spook though, as you can see just there. Still had a little spook in that corner, because apparently my mom was absolutely terrifying, even though he sees her every day. But yeah, we repeated that canter on the other rein, and then we picked up the trot. And again in the trot, we were doing some sort of shoulder in type feelings, some traverse, just to really get him supple, really get him bending around my leg, and just to get him a little bit more off my leg as well, because he does have a tendency to drop me sometimes. He's a bit of a funny one. He's a typical sort of fresh sharp, but lazy sharp, which can be a little bit tricky in itself sometimes. So we're really trying to sort of get him off my leg and get him moving in a positive way. And when he takes you, and when you get those moments where he's sort of ploughing himself forward, like there, as you can see, he honestly feels amazing. He feels really, really good. So yeah, it's just, I think with him, a case of building up his confidence, keep taking him out, keep taking him to new places, and just sort of schooling him round and making him realise that, you know, this is his job, but it can be fun. It's good fun. There's, you know, not a huge amount of pressure. I've got no huge goals with him. I'm just sort of enjoying the process at the moment, and yeah, I am pleased with how it's going. So then we started doing some long diagonal lines with some leg yields, again just to get him supple, just get him more off my leg, because as you can see that's still quite a babyish line. We'd like to develop that to just get it a little bit more parallel, just for training purposes. But I was pleased considering he was starting to get a little bit tired here. So yeah, overall, I'm really, really pleased with him. I can't wait to just sort of continue to take him out, continue to educate him, and just sort of learn and grow with him. It's been a really lovely, fun process. So yeah, I really hope you are enjoying watching our journey. And oh, there we go. There's a little spook just as I'm about to do my outro. But gonna keep that in because I'm gonna be real with you guys. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you all in my next one.